Hello and welcome back, this is Seismic Floor and we're back in our Pro Cyclist career mode. So today we are going to be covering off the Tour de Yorkshire and yeah, we win something for the first time at the end of it. So let's just run through this. So here we are, stage 1 of the Tour de Yorkshire, and our aim is the mountains jersey. So we're going to try and get in all the breakaways we can and mop up all the points. We've got pretty good mountain stats, as you can see down there. 78, only 70 hill, so the smaller hills up in Yorkshire we might have a struggle on, but we're going to do our best. See here, we're doing our best to jump on some of these attacks. At the minute, not too successfully though. Definitely a frenetic start to this this stage. And at this point, I'm sort of wondering whether it's worthwhile going in this break for minimal mountain points. I think we're going to persevere though and see if we can get away. There we are, coming up to about an eighth of the way through the race. We've just seen the break, or what looks like the break, go out in front. So we're going to try and chase them down by ourselves. A bit of a brave move, but we're going to give it a go and see if we can make this last. We'll definitely get up to this group of 4. Whether we can consolidate this group and push on is another thing. And that was the formation of the breakaway. So we've got 7 riders up here. Some of them looking a little bit tired from their efforts. We are in here with Hansen, Pete Williams, Glenn, Mirza, Trex and Robredo. So hopefully we can get them working nicely. It looks like the peloton's let us go over a minute already, so we just solidify this, pick up the mountain points hopefully, and drift back towards the pack. That is the aim. Although having said that, it looks like we're starting to drop them. Having peaked at that minute, it looks like we are now coming back to the peloton. Despite my best efforts to stay out before the mountain point, it looks like we're getting exolved very quickly indeed. So it's going to be a case of doing this all over again, which could be very, very interesting. There we are. Peloton have caught us. So the peloton have let a sole breakaway rider off up the road. He's nearly got 3 minutes. So I'm just going to try and ride off the front, I think. Get those second points. A little bit of an attack there. I don't think anybody else will be too bothered to follow. So we should get a couple of points over this one. We won't have the mountains jersey though, which is very irritating. So Matthew Taggart is the one that's been allowed to break away there. Got sprint points coming up as well, so maybe we'll get some of those. And we are indeed second through the line on that one. So picking up some good points in both classifications at the minute. And it was as expected through that second intermediate point, so Taggart getting the points. He's now been brought back. Renshaw getting them from the group along with Van Aysbroek, so a couple of the sprinters from the race. No more points for us. Here we are in the final 5, well final 3 kilometres now. Find ourselves in a good position at the front of the peloton. We're going to try and follow Van Aysbroek onto the finish. I think we might struggle though. There we go, our teammate Pascalon going hard as well, but it is indeed won by Caleb Ewan. Christopher Lawless coming in second. Pascalon in 6th behind Van Aysbroek, and it looks like we're going to get top 11. So not a bad finish from us. Quick look at the results show confirmation of Pascalon in 6th and us in 11th. What that means for the general is we are actually in 5th after our time bonus on that intermediate sprint. Only 8 seconds behind Caleb Ewan. And here we are, start of stage 2 of the Tour de Yorkshire. There are more mountain points on offer, and we're going to try and get in the breakaway. Unfortunately, we've been given the task as a teammate though, so we might be struggling a bit on XP, but I'm pretty much going to ignore that and see if I can get in the break. See if we can get that Mountains jersey. So, in fighting our way through the peloton at the start there, we've missed the day's break by the looks of it. And we are quickly approaching the first mountain points, for which there shouldn't be a lot on offer, but are more points that we aren't getting. So, a little bit disappointed there. So, over the top, we get absolutely nothing. So, we're going to concentrate on doing our teammate roll to the last 20 kilometers. Maybe see if we can sneak some mountain points. Other than that, it's a bit of a hilly finish. So, although we're not in the favourites, we might be able to put some pressure on and lead up that hill. The breakaway sweep up the first intermediate sprint points, and just about, well, just a couple of them managed to get through the second intermediate sprint before the bunch. No big surprises on points there, so we are now back together heading towards that last mountain points. So I'm going to rest up a little bit and see if I can grab them. I think I've rested a bit too much there, and I found myself quite a bit out of position. We aren't going to get to the top of this hill first, because the peloton is taking it at speed at the minute. It's going to be our teammates first, second and third, I think, across that one. So this is also going to make the finish quite interesting as well. So we are coming in to the last sort of 10 kilometers or so. We're going to try and get towards the front and really push the pace for our team leader. I'm not entirely sure what we can manage now though. We've pretty much completely depleted our yellow stamina. It may just be a case of trying to hold on. Here we are into the last 3 kilometers and we are literally trying to hold on now. I think we're going to lose some time up here. The group is getting quite small and it will only get smaller. But hopefully that will help us in our mountain jersey quest. Losing a bit of time, hopefully the peloton will let us go up the road as we wait for the finish. Darren MP from Cameron Meyer, Simon Clark, so some pretty big names there in the top 3, and indeed the top 10. Doesn't look like we've got Pascal on in 17th there. We finished quite a way down there, so hopefully we've lost some time and we'll be able to get some mountain points in the next breaks. I've completely missed Gilliam Martin there in 11th, just in front of Pascal. We can see we've got Dupont there in just behind the first break in the timings, and we're a little bit further down, so we have lost some time. Gilliam's first for our team, and we're down in 33rd at the minute. Just running through those standings in the other classifications as well. Not really where we want to be at the minute. So stage 3, and yeah, if we want to progress the Mountains jersey, we really need to get a move on now. We're going to have to win both of these points, I think, to have any chance. So let's get in and see what we can do. There's been no break over this initial climb, and we are desperately trying to get away. It looks like JLT Condor definitely wants somebody in the break as well. They've got 5 riders up there, all attacking at the minute. Frustrations of board over here, and I am attacking. We've lost the initial breakaway, so we're just going to go up this hill as hard as we can and see if we can bridge that gap. Otherwise it's going to be minimal points. So we've got Pete Williams and Christian Nees up the top of this hill, about 3 minutes in front of us. I don't think we're going to close all of that time, but we may well get close to them. Get another point there. And we are on the same point as 6 riders there, so if we can get up to this this pair and go over the next mountain point with them, hopefully pip them to the points, we may well get we will get the Mountains jersey. So we're going to push on, see if we can get there. It looks like we're coming up on them pretty quickly, and there we are. So we're going to have a little rest and see how far we can take this. Pete Williams had a little go through that intermediate sprint, so he's not going to be as fresh as he wants to be. He won that from Christian Knees and then us, so I think we're just going to try and ride away from them. Little attack there. Hopefully we've got the ability on these guys. Otherwise, it's been a very silly move, hasn't it? I think there we go. We've ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. Look at that. Christian Knees coming around the outside. Gonna try and pace him off. See if we can pip him. Oh! I make that on the line, and there it is reflected, top right. And we're into the Mountains jersey by 2 points. Unfortunately, this breakaway is not going to last. We did have 3 minutes coming over that hill. We're now down to just over a minute, and that looks like it's falling fast. But it's not the end of the world. We have got a little bit to celebrate. And indeed, there is the end of our, or here is the end rather, of our very successful breakaway from our perspective. We've completely ignored our teammate duties. And looking at our stamina bars, I'm not convinced we're going to be a lot of help in these last 15 kilometers or so. So we may just try and hold our position into the last kilometer or so, and it looks like we've lost some more time. We're going to see if we can close that gap. In the meantime, Caleb Ewan, Darren Impey, and Andrea Pascalon in the top 3. Another win for Caleb Ewan, so he's in a strong place for the overall actually. In fact, as usual, I'm talking rubbish, and it is in fact Darren Impey who's looking good for the overall. But we're not interested in that. We're interested in the Mountains jersey. And there we can see our 2-point lead over Christian Knees. Let's hope we can keep hold of it. Here we find ourselves at stage 4, the 4th, final and deciding stage. Deciding for quite a lot of this this race, to be honest. Mountain, sprint, and race and overall jerseys. They're all to be decided, and we need to get in the breakaway if we are going to get this Mountains jersey. Luckily, as the current leader of the Mountains jersey, we are quite close to the front, so we should be able to just clip on to any attacks that go early days. And here we are. First attack. It looks like we have followed the right wheels, and we are in the right place at the right time for the first time in this tour of Yorkshire. It looks like 7 of us are going to get away, and I don't think. Well, we do have Christian Knees in the group, so it's going to be a bit of a battle, I think. This group will want to get away, and most of them will want to be getting some mountain points. Hopefully we can use our stats to really consolidate our place in this jersey. At the bottom of this first climb, and we're really looking to put the pressure on here. We're going to try and ride away like we did before, and see how it goes. The peloton are closing in on us pretty quick, so I think it's going to have to be a measured effort up here. Otherwise, we could be in trouble. I think we've probably gone a little bit hard on the initial climb, so we're just dialing that back a little bit, so we've got potentially a little bit to attack with at the very top. Looks like only a couple have come with us, Bystrom and Perry, so it's going to be who wants it most, I think. I know I want it most, but will I get there? Oh, it's tight again, but I reckon I've got that. Yep. Now on 18 points, 6 points for the winner across that one. So we are making good progress. Let's see if we can keep this group going, or at least put some pain into the legs of those that are chasing. Bottom of the second climb here, and they've made it back, but I'm not planning to make it easy for them. Although it looks like everybody else is attacking, so I think we can be a little bit more conservative here anyway. And basically just try and follow the wheels, use potentially our higher skills towards the top there, and just come round everybody. Let's watch this last kilometre out. Just a little attack round the side. Have we got it? Looks like Perry and Knees are our nearest challengers at the minute, and I think it's going to be Perry, us, and Knees. So again, not a bad finish, extending our lead even more. We've lost one out of the breakaway already. We do still have a decent lead over the peloton though, nearly 5.5 minutes coming up to this third climb. I'm just going to put a little bit of pace at the front and see what happens. We can't be overtaken on this climb, so we're being a little bit more conservative, a little bit of gamesmanship maybe, and we're going to see who wants to take it up. At the minute, it looks like they're quite happy for me to just lead the way, but I can imagine if I hadn't have attacked there, they would have had a little go. And in fact, well, I think we've only got 1 point there, but we've still beaten Knees, who is our closest challenger. Although Bystrom's coming up fast. The fourth climb now, and we're in a similar position, pulling it along. We've lost another one out of the break, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. We're pretty much just going to pace our way up here. If anybody can follow, great. Well done them. But we're going to try and snaffle some more points. Looks like it's a little bit steeper, which should lean into our hands as a bit of a mountains expert. We're down to just the four now: Bystrom, Perry, Knees, and ourselves, and they're all going for an attack. So we're going to follow Perry because he's been the best so far, and then we're going to attack towards the top to see if we can grab some points. So second only to Knees there, so we've lost a little bit of our lead, but we're still leading by 12. So as long as we get some points over the next 2 climbs, a single points finish, even if Christian Knees wins both of them, we've got the mountains jersey. Here we are then, second last climb, bit of a steep one, short, sharp. 2.5 minutes over the peloton. We are just going to pace our way up to the top. I think they're getting a little bit tired now, so hopefully we can just ride away with our climbing ability. We just need to beat one of these to finish with the mountains jersey in this Tour of Yorkshire, or Tour de Yorkshire as it's known. I'm hoping we can break them. I mean, we're not doing a lot with our stamina at the minute. And in fact, there go 2 now. Christian Knees and Perry. There's only Bystrom that can follow. And as I say that, he just drops away. Last kilometre, I think it's going to be a case of how much of a lead can we get? Half a minute over the next person. Nearly a minute and a half now in front of the third person. So there we are. Magical. We've won our very first jersey. Final classifications. I think we've done well there. The rest of the breakaway has faded. We've been joined by some chances attacking out the peloton, but I think we're going to get brought back fairly quickly. Just 20 seconds in front at the minute, and it looks like Pearson's off. I wonder if we can follow. Oh. Moving towards a minute. I don't want to be pacing that hard though. Hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this hill and up the other one in front of the peloton. I think it's going to be a tough ask though. Bottom of this last climb, and we are keen to prove our dominance in the hills of Yorkshire. We're going to ride to our pace, and hopefully, there we are, we've just picked up those last points. Clear domination there, 42 points to the next person with 20, and we will shortly be caught by that peloton and pushed out the back most likely. Ta-da! Trundling along with some of our breakaway partners here, just as the race finishes. Caleb Ewan again taking a great win there. Simon Clark and Andrea Pascalon, top 3. Great performances from Pascalon. We're just going to burn ourselves getting to the line there. I wonder if that's Christian Knees just there. So some confirmation of the results there. Pascalon in 3rd, Dion Smith and Guillaume Martin in the top 30. We finished 44th there, so lost another 2.5 minutes, but that's not really important. Sprint points, the stage, we've got no points there. Mountains, obviously we've picked up 20, and that is that's what's won us the jersey. As we can see right there, 42 points to 20. Excellent. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please feel free to leave a like or a comment, or even subscribe to the channel if you're new. But for now, thank you for watching.